What would you do if your country was under attack? If they were launching rockets over a border into your cities, killing your people? What would you do? You'd kick butt. This is Take That with Kurt Schlichter. Well, the terrorists of Hamas are back again, firing rockets from Gaza into the peaceful Jewish community surrounding that blighted hellhole of despotic corruption. Holy cow, are the leftists going nuts, whining, howling, and screaming about Israel. Well, Israel's doing exactly the right thing. Israel is fighting back. That's how you handle terrorism. That's the only way to handle terrorism. Go in and clean them out. Now look, the Israelis have been restrained. What do you think we'd do if rockets were coming across the border? If a bunch of Mexican cartel guys decided to start lobbing mortar shells over from Tijuana into San Diego, killing our people, terrifying them, forcing them into their cellars to take cover. What do you think we'd do? Do you think we'd cry? Do you think we'd think about their needs? Do you think we'd think back on their sad, sad story of corruption and despotism? Because that's the story of the Palestinians. Because they could have chosen liberty, they could have chosen freedom, they could have chosen to have their own country. All they had to do was not try to murder all the Jews. But they couldn't even do that. No, they had to try for Holocaust too, the revenge. But you know what? The world learned a lesson. The Jewish people learned a lesson, backed up by the United States, our great ally in the Middle East. A shining light of prosperity and freedom in that blighted part of the world has stood up to terror on all its borders for 70 plus years. It's inspiring. But you know, there's a party here. There's a party in the United States that doesn't support them. There's a party in the United States that would rather the bad guys win. It's called the Democrat Party. And right now, they're electing people who want to take the side of the murderers, of the thugs, of the terrorists who infest the Palestinian lands. You know their name. Ocasio-Cortez, and now some of the other ones from Minnesota, the one who married her brother. I forget. I don't care. Because they're garbage people with garbage ideology. Anti-Semitism is the most ancient of prejudices. And it's just as disgusting as every other one. How sick can you be to hate somebody because of their religion, or their race, or their ethnic background? It's disgusting. The Israelis don't hate. The Americans don't hate. We all try and help out the Palestinians. But what we can't do for them, is make them choose. Make them choose the path of peace, the path of prosperity. If they put 1/100th of the effort they do into murdering their neighbors, into making their country, well, making a country, because they could have one tomorrow, making their land another symbol of freedom, where people can prosper and live in peace. They can do it, it's right there. All they've got to do is say yes, and they won't, in part because so many Western leftists are eager to see this brutality and cruelty go on, because it strokes their ego, because it supports their agenda. It's time to say no. It's time to say, we support Israel wholeheartedly. We support the right of the Jewish people to not only exist, but to prosper and live in freedom in their homeland. And to put our hands out and say, if you only accept that, and if you only embrace the ideas of freedom and the free market, and throw out those corrupt thugs and those brutal murderers and those religious nuts, Israel's neighbors, you can have that too. Israel wants nothing more than your success and your prosperity, because your success and your prosperity is their success and their prosperity. You can do it. Just say yes. Ignore the leftists. Ignore their agenda of hatred and brutality and fear. Embrace freedom, embrace liberty, and reject prejudice. That's the answer to the Middle East problem. This is Take That with Kurt Schlichter. If you like what you're seeing here outside the paywall for free, why don't you try experiencing what lurks behind the paywall. Join the Rebel TV. There is a great treasure trove of stuff in there. You're going to love it. Sign up now. Become a member. If you like what you hear from me, I'm here every Tuesday and every Friday. Again, outside the paywall and for free. But you can also get my town halls on town hall columns Mondays and Thursdays. You can read me on Twitter anytime and get my book, Militant Normals. It's available on Amazon. Thanks a lot. This is Take That with Kurt Schlichter. I'll see you next time.